Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to Christ Church United Methodist Church Sunday School. My name is Mr. Bobby. I hope you guys have had a great week. The weather is beautiful outside. Today is Sunday, June the 6th. We're going to be talking about something that's very important this week, just like we do every single week. This week we're going to be talking about peace, and we're going to be talking about Abram and Lot. God called on Abram to leave his home and move his family to an unknown destination. God promised Abram he would be the father of a great nation built on the land he would move to. Abram took his wife and his nephew Lot. They were joined by Abram's and Lot's servants and animals. Abram and Lot traveled a long way together. After a while, Abram's and Lot's servants began to argue with one another. Between them, they had so many animals, the land could not support all of them. Abram and Lot wanted to keep peace. They didn't want to fight with each other. To ensure peace, Abram gave Lot the choice of the two lands. Lot chose the Jordan Valley because it was lush and green. There would be plenty of food for his animals. Without complaining, Abram moved his animals and servants to the drier land. As an elder, Abram could have chosen land first. Abram knew God would be with him wherever he went. Abram loved Lot and wanted to be fair. So he allowed Lot to choose the land he wanted. So he wanted to be fair. He didn't want to argue with Lot about this, because they were to go to this land and they were to, of course, serve God and do his work. So Abram wanted to make sure that everyone was at peace and peaceful with each other. So he thought that if they would go to different places, it would be a lot easier since they were so crowded in that one area. Okay, so this week, and yeah, I don't have my Wonder Box back yet. They're still working on the air conditioning down in that room, so no box this week. But don't worry, I got something for you. I'm going to show you a video this week, and it's going to talk about the story of Abram and Lot. Okay, so I hope that you guys enjoy this.
The Holy Tales.
Hi, friends. I'm Tubby, and these are my friends, Gumbo and Freckles. Let's go, let's go. It's story time. Let's go and wake Holy up.
Holy, wake up! It's time for you to tell us a story from the Bible.
Yes. So today's story is about how Abram and Lot go separate ways. Whoa, that sounds interesting. Go on with the story, Holy. Let's not waste any more time.
Abram took all his possessions and headed north out of Egypt with Sarai and Lot. By now, Lot was also very wealthy and had large herds of cattle and sheep and many servants. They traveled to a place and set up their tents between Bethel and Ai, where Abram had previously built an altar to worship God. This area was very fertile, with gardens and grass for the animals to eat and rivers for them to drink from. But Abram's and Lot's herds of cattle and flocks of sheep living together meant that there were too many animals in one place. There wasn't enough food and water to support both of their large herds. The men caring for the animals began to argue with each other. Abram's workers said,
Our master is more important. His animals should get the food and water.
But Lot's workers thought that Abram's herds should go somewhere else so that Lot's animals could have the food and water. Their arguing got worse until they were arguing all the time. Abram knew that this arguing was not good, so he went to talk with Lot.
This arguing has to stop.
He said,
After all, we are related. We need to get along with each other. Here's my plan. You choose which piece of land you want to live on. Then we will separate, and I'll take my family and animals somewhere else. If you want to move to some other place, I will stay here. But if you want to stay here, then I will move. It's up to you.
Lot looked at the beautiful Jordan Valley. It had lots of grass and water. It was as beautiful and fertile as the land of Egypt. It was the best land around. So Lot chose the land for himself and his animals. He moved his family, servants, animals, and tents near a city called Sodom. The people of Sodom were very wicked. They sinned against God by the way they lived. Lot didn't care, though. He knew it was the best land for his herds and flocks. Abram stayed in the land of Canaan. God said to him,
Look around you. Look as far as your eye can see in every direction. I will give all of this land to you. It will belong to you and your children.
God wasn't finished with his promises. He said,
I will give you children. You will have so many descendants that you won't be able to count them. So go for a walk and see your new homeland.
Abram did just that. Then he built an altar and worshipped God. So, what did you kids think about the story?
Oh, it was wonderful.
Great. Now it's time for the question. Which land did Lot choose for himself?
Jordan! Lot chose to move to Jordan with his people and his cattle.
Very good, Tubby. You're getting smarter day by day.
Thank you, Holy. Bye, friends. See y'all soon.
So there you go.
Monster Math presents
There was the story of Abram and Lot for you guys, and a little animation. Okay? So Abram wanted to keep peace. So thinking of ways that you could keep peace, maybe with your friends or something. Maybe you have a toy and you're playing with that toy, and a friend wants to play with that exact toy. So what exactly would you do about that? Would you keep playing with the toy and then you and the friend have some kind of spat and be mad at each other? No, we want to keep peace, right? Because that is definitely the best thing to do. So we always want to try to keep the best peace that we can with everyone. And this is what Abram did to keep peace with his nephew Lot. Now, here's what I want you to do. Let's do this to think about keeping peace. So close your eyes, and I want you to think. of a time that you weren't treated fairly. Now, you can say this out loud if you want to, but is there a time that you have seen someone else treated unfairly? Okay, so, you may have had a time that you thought you were treated unfairly, or maybe another person you've seen them being treated unfairly. And you helping out with that is also making peace. Okay? So you can always help out and make peace. Okay? All right, guys. Oh, I have a picture for us to color this week. Okay? And this is a picture of Abram and Lot. Okay? Abram and Lot, and they're on the land. Okay? And notice over here, we have a tree and stuff. So notice that the ground probably is grassy over here. And notice over here we have a rock and everything. So Abram is over here in the dry looking area, like where the rock is. And then you have Lot, who is over here in the grassy area where they ended up. And it says on here from Genesis chapter 13, verse 8, it says, "And Abram said unto Lot, Let there be no strife, I pray thee, between me and thee, and between my herdmen and thy herdmen, for we be brethren." So he wanted to make sure that there was peace between them and their herdmen, and of course their animals as well. Okay, so let's bow our heads to say a prayer. Repeat after me. Dear God, help me see the people not treated fairly. Help me to be a peacemaker and speak up for them. Amen. Thank you guys for paying attention this week. I hope that you have an awesome Sunday, and I hope that you are enjoying this nice weather. Now go on over to your music lesson with Mr. David and Jeffy and sing some songs. Remember the word of the week, the faith word, peace. Bye, guys.